it's Diane with Shellcraft One and my old barn door, and I'm back to work with our collage board a little more. A lot of people make copies of them, and I did make copies of them. You can use the copies, but I also like using the original because I like the texture. And honestly, I don't have room in my craft room to store the originals, so why not use them? You know, you can print your copies or whatever, but go ahead and use your original, and then if you want to go back to it and use it again, print another copy. So if you are like me and don't have a whole lot of storage, that's my solution. So today I thought we would use these in a journal so I can show you some more ideas of how to use them in your journals. And so for this, I'm going to need a journal. And I'm working on a journal right now. It is huge, okay? It's a very big journal. And I have been working on it for a long time. And I'm excited to get it finished. And I'm almost there. Actually, I think I was just waiting for this video to be able to finish it. So, let me just go ahead and bring it over. Yeah, it won't even fit in the camera. I'm sorry. Yes, she's a big beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm excited about her. She is absolutely stuffed full with lots of goodness and lots of love. As you can see, she's kind of got alligator mouth. And she is big. Let me see if I can flip it over so you can kind of see it a little better. I just don't know a better way to be able to show it to you than this way. So anyways, this is the big beauty. So we're gonna use our collage board and do some decorating in our journal. So different things that you can do with your collage board is you can do pockets, tucks, you can do top tucks, belly bands, both vertical and horizontal, and side pockets. So we're going to do a few of those in this journal so that I can get her listed in the Etsy shop and get her to her new home. So what I want to do is I want to pick, well, I definitely want to use this one because this is the original one that we started with, and I want to make a pocket, and I want to make some belly bands. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and find a spot where we want a belly band. So I'm just going to kind of flip through here. See, probably not in the very beginning of this first. Maybe we could do a belly band here. This might be a good spot to do a belly band. This is one of those really big playing cards, and I think it'd be cute to put a belly band down the center. What do you think? So we're going to need one that's going to be long enough, and it doesn't have to go from top to bottom. It can, you know, it can be, you know, a little shorter than that or whatever. So let me just move some stuff out of the way so I can have a little room to work here. And let's see. I think I kind of want it to be about this wide. So I'm just going to bring my trimmer over. And kind of trim out a piece that I want. And then we're going to just trim around the piece so that we can get straight sides and things like that. Or straight edges, should I say. So let's just even it up a little. Okay, and then we'll even up the top. There, I think we're pretty even. Okay, so it's not gonna go all the way from top to bottom, but I'm okay with that. I actually like it like that. And so I think what I want to do is maybe add some lace on either side of the belly band. So hang on a second, let me grab some lace. Okay, so I have this, it's like an eyelet lace trim. So what I want to do is I want to put some down either side of the belly band. So I'm just going to measure this out and cut it. And then I'm going to cut one more piece the same size as that because I want it to go down both edges. I'm just going to cut it a little bit bigger, and that way we can do any kind of trimming up that we need to do if it's too big or whatever. Okay, let me just get this tucked in here and get it out of the way. Okay, so I think I'm going to scoot the journal over for a second so that we can have a little room to work. All right. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, so I'm just basically going to take some Fabri-Tac and just run a bead of glue down both sides of the belly band, or both edges of the belly band. If I can get my glue down to the bottom here. And you don't need a whole lot of the Fabri-Tac because it is a good grab glue. Say that 3 times fast. A good grab glue. That'll get you tongue-tied in a hurry. Okay, let's see. So we're just going to put this here. Do I have it the right way? Yeah, I think. Nope. Goes this way. I always have trouble with that. Do y'all have trouble with that? I always have trouble with knowing which is the right side of the lace to use. Okay, and I just usually try to keep pressing, you know, just to give the glue time to dry and grab good. And then we're going to go on this side and do the same thing. And then we're just going to lay our trim into that bead of glue. And I love all the different elements in the collage boards because you have pretty much a ready-made embellishment when you use the collage boards for pretty much whatever you want to use it for. You can use it for, you know, tags or journal cards, shaker cards like we made in the last video, or paper clips, or postcards, or ATCs, or I mean, it's just endless things that you can do with it. Alright, so now that we have that dry, I'm going to pull the book back over. Okay, and then it's going to go right down the center there, and won't that make a pretty belly band? Very pretty. I love that. Alright, so let's go ahead and just glue that on. Sometimes your glue won't glue real good to like a playing card type surface. So if it doesn't, one trick we can use is just to put a couple of staples in at the top and the bottom. But we'll see how it holds first and see if it's going to work for us. Okay, so we're just going to kind of center this up and just lay it in. I'm going to hold it for just a minute and give that glue time to grab. I got a lot of glue. It's smushing out. I have a paper towel here somewhere. Oh, it's moving. Okay, here's what we're going to do with this. I'm going to, you know what, instead of fighting with this, I'm just going to go ahead and take my stapler and do a couple of staples. And that way, it holds it on. Oh no. No, I did that right. I thought I stapled 2 pages together, but I didn't. That would have not been good. Okay, so we got 2 staples up there. And then we'll do a couple of staples in the bottom. And then that'll hold it in and give it time for that glue to grab good and get a good hold. Okay, so there we have a belly band. All right, so let's go find another spot where we need something. Now, I've already done quite a lot of decorating in this journal, so it might be a little hard to find places because I've done a whole lot of decorating in this journal. And it is stuffed full. So let's, uh-oh, we're a little stuck there. I know that there was a couple of places that I left on purpose just because I wanted to be able to add my collage board pieces. So let me just kind of flip through here and see if I can remember where those spots are. See, there's another one of those plain cards. And I don't want to put too much in here of, you know, the same thing, but they're so different. You know, each piece that you cut out of it is so different that it's really not gonna matter. This might be a nice place to put okay, so let me go ahead and show you the other stuff that I have made too, that we made in the last video, and I made more of. So we did the journal cards and tags and the shaker cards and the shaker pockets. So I know for sure that this one and this one I wanted to use as pockets in this journal. So we can go ahead as we're flipping through here and figure out where we want each of these pockets. Now I have 4 signatures in this journal, so maybe one every other signature. But let's just keep going and see if we can find another spot to use our collage board. I probably shouldn't have decorated this as much as I did, but y'all know me, I can't stop myself once I get started decorating a journal. I just kind of go crazy with it. And it's usually very, very stuffed and full of all kinds of goodness. Ooh, you know, we could do a belly band here. Let's do a horizontal belly band here. Where did I put my... Okay. So wouldn't it be cute to have this whole big piece as like a belly band? Or maybe a pocket? Let's just trim it down and see. Alright, so I'm going to scoot the book out of the way. Again, we're slipping and sliding with our books today. Okay, and so what I want to do is just kind of cut out these little girls because they are so cute. Okay, so we'll cut that strip, and I think that went really sideways. That's okay though, we can even it up. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking I want to do it a belly band. So let me just even this side up. And got that side evened up. And then let's just even this side up because this one's pretty crooked. Okay. And then we just need to decide how wide we want it. So let me pull my journal back over. And I definitely want the little girls in there. And I don't want to cover up the perforated edge. So I'm thinking if we cut somewhere right here, because one of the tricks to your journals not being super thick, like I have that trick mastered because my journals are all super thick. But one thing that will help it, let me just put it that way. One thing that will help it is if you don't put your ephemera all the way into the crease of your spine. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to cut this about right here. So I'm just going to trim it. I'm not going to bring the trimmer back over. I'm just going to trim it down and let you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so see, we had this much, and I trimmed it, but I didn't trim it to where it would go all the way into like the crease of the spine. I gave it a little room so that it gives it more room in the spine area. So I keep saying I'm gonna glue that down, and I keep forgetting to. Where's my glue? I have it here somewhere. Let's just go ahead and glue him down now. And you can use a glue stick if you want to. This is just what I have at hand, so I'm using it. Okay, and so I think I want to ink the edges, and I have some brown ink here. Let me move this because we're not using that right now. I'm going to scoop my book over, and let's go ahead and ink our edges. And you're not going to really see the ink a whole lot, but it's just going to give it enough to kind of differentiate it between the background paper. And actually, on something like this, it might be good to use a black ink because it would make it a little more prominent when you ink it. But I don't have any black ink in here right now, so we're going to stick with the brown for this time. There we go. Okay, so then all we need to do is just put our belly band in here, got fuzz, and we'll be good to go. Now I'm going to put a little bit thicker of a line with this one because it's a wider piece and it's a thicker piece, and so I just want to make sure that it holds really well. So I'm just going to add a little more glue than just the one line. I just don't want anything coming apart. When I make a journal, I make sure it's going to stay together good and that nothing's going to come apart. Not to say that it won't ever, but I do try my best to make them that way. Okay. Let me get my little pen back in here. And I just want to take it to the edge of the perforation and press it down. And I'm going to hold it down for just a second so that we get a good tight hold. And it was really hard for me to not go through and just do all kinds of decorating in this journal because I really want to. Like up here, I want to put something up here. But I also, when I make journals, I try to leave the fun. I try to leave the fun stuff for the people who are getting the journal. You know, the decorating stuff and all of that. So sometimes I do go a little crazy with it. But like with this, you know, I would put something on here to decorate it. Maybe a piece of lace or ribbon across there. You know, and spiff it up a little. But again, I try to leave the fun parts for whoever gets the journal. So, all right, so there is our horizontal belly band. So once these dry good, then we'll come back and if we have time, we'll come back and do some stuffing and stuff our pockets and our belly bands. So let's go through and find another spot where we can add our pockets, our shaker pockets here. Okay. Let's go see. See, this is a, oh goodness, I just drew a complete blank. What are these called, y'all? Something roll. Oh my goodness. Anyway, y'all know what I mean. I can't, my words have just left me today, I guess. I guess my brain is just like, ha, 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 ha. Not gonna happen. Alright, so there was one other place that I knew I wanted to put something. Let me just find it. Hang on, I know y'all don't want to sit here while I'm flipping through this journal. Okay, I found a spot. Because what I want to do is I want to do like a little side tuck pocket. And so I don't really have one of my collage boards that's long enough to fit this now with it going in the right direction. I mean, this would work. You could make it a pocket here and it would be a cute pocket. Just, you know, trim it down and make it fit. It'd be cute with some lace at the top of it. But I want one that's going kind of in the right direction, and I don't think I have one. Hang on, let me check. Okay, this one will work. It is just long enough to make the little side pocket like I want to make it. So let me, I'm going to trim this down and we'll come right back. Okay, so I've trimmed it down to fit the page, and we're just going to glue around those 3 sides. And again, I'm putting a little extra glue just to make sure it holds good on this paper bag piece, because sometimes the paper bags are a little tougher than just regular paper. Okay, so we're just going to take it right to the very edge here and just lay it in. Okay, we're going to have to scoot it in a little because I want to make sure it lines up with the very edge. There we go. And it's got a little extra at the top, but that's okay. That doesn't really, it's not really going to affect it. Okay. So now you have a cute little side tuck here. I'm just trying to press down to make sure that it gets a good hold on there. So now you have a super cute little side tuck here that you can tuck all kinds of goodies in, or you can journal on the page, however, you know, if you want to. Okay, so there's another thing that you can do. Now you can fold that in and let it be a little hidden little tuck, but you really won't be able to tuck much in it if you fold it, so I would leave it open. Okay, so we've got 2 belly bands, we've got the little side tuck here. So let's go, and I'm gonna pause you and go find a spot to put our shaker pockets, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a spot here on this white braille paper, and I think it'll be a really, really pretty contrast to add this shaker pocket here. So let's just go ahead and put him down here. And I'm gonna put a lot of glue because this braille paper has, you know, the raised portions. So I want to make sure that it gets a good contact and a good hold for the pocket. And if this is Aleene's glue that I have in this little bottle here, it's just the Aleene's tacky glue. And it usually does really, really good. But if I have problems with it, I can always go back and use some Fabri-Tac. But Aleene's has kind of always been my go-to glue. And I use the Fabri-Tac and the Art Glitter glue as backups. Okay, so let's just put it right here like this, and I'm just going to hold it down for just a second so that we can make sure that it grabs good. Now, if I don't have time to sit and hold it down, I'm going to show you a trick, which is what I've done here on in the other signature. I don't think you can see it, but if I don't have time to sit and hold it, I'll either take a clothespin or a paper clip, whichever I have handy, and right now I have clothespins handy. And I'm just going to let it hold it for me as I go through the rest of the journal. And then I can come back and take off the clothespins, and I've got a good hold. So I'll show you what I mean. Let me see if I can get my book scooted up, this big old book. Let me scoot some stuff out of the way. so that I can scoop this big old book up. See how I've got these clothespins down here? So I had went ahead and put the other shaker pocket in the other signature, and I wanted to make sure it was going to hold down good. So that's what I did. Let me see. I'm going to hold it like that. I'm trying to get rid of the glare is what I'm trying to do. Sorry about the glare, guys, but it's just from the plastic from the shaker pocket. So now this should be good and snug in there, so I can take these clothespins off and put them back in my little bowl. And then we have a pocket. You have a pocket here and a pocket here. Let me find a journal card and I'll show you. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So you have a pocket here, and then you have a pocket here. So you can put pictures in there, or you know, journaling cards or tags or ephemera or whatever you want to put in there. Okay, so we have created pockets out of our collage board. We've created where's my little side deal here somewhere? Oh, little side pockets, or you know, that you can tuck things into. And on a page this big, you'll want something bigger. So I made this big, huge shaker pocket tag, and you can journal on the back of it. So we can slide that in there, and that looks cute like that. So we have our side pocket, our shaker pocket, and our 2 belly bands. So I think what we'll do is end the video here, because I need to go cook dinner, and we'll come back and I'll finish. There's one of our belly bands. I'll come back and I'll finish showing you other ways that I use the collage boards in a journal. So I'll just make a second video so that this video is not, you know, forever long. So anyways, those are some more ideas of how to use your collage boards in your journals. And I have some really cute ideas coming up too, like some paper clips and some tip-ins and things like that. So don't miss the next video coming up. So if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you will. And thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.